Hello divas, it's your girl Grace, aka Face Exquisite here, and welcome to another episode of Dialogues with Grace. So today I wanted to jump on here quickly to address once again the issue of Sophia Momodu and the Adeleke family, especially our dear star boy Davido. You know, I've already done 2 videos on this, right? And I said that was it. However, when I did my last video, I had a lot of people come onto my page and it was almost like they were attacking in terms of their responses, that were being, people such as myself are being biased against Sophie. You know, we're not being fair. Davido has all this money. Why can't he spend it on his daughter? And, you know, I was like, sure, are you people for real? Like, seriously, let's address the situation. One question first, before I even delve into this thing. Is Sophia the only baby mama that Davido has? We're not saying that is the right thing to do, but it has happened. Davido has other baby mamas alongside his wife, Chioma. And agreed, Sophia, I think, if I'm correct, somebody please correct me in the comments box if I'm wrong, but I think Sophia is his first baby mama. So Imade is his first daughter. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments box. But my point is, Sophia, I don't understand your entitlement behavior. I don't get it. So this guy, despite you just being a baby mama, not his wife, has been providing for his daughter until you withdrew access. And then he said, no, I'm not doing this anymore. If you won't let me have access to my daughter, I will not continue to give you money or pay whatever. Which to an extent might be wrong, but I think he was still contributing, just not the amount you wanted. And where he came short, his father, bless him, Dr. Adeleke, being the great-grandfather, the gentleman that he is, stepped in. He said to you, don't worry, whenever Imade needs anything, come to me. Don't go to David, come to me. I'll make sure you're good. And he has been keeping up to that. However, because of people who are pushing you and giving you bad advice, I think you've just lost that respect that that man had for you. Not that he no longer loves his granddaughter. Absolutely, he loves her. But I think you have pushed the whole of the Adeleke family to the wall, and now they have withdrawn. Grandpapa Adeleke has said he would no longer interfere. It is Davido's problem. Let him deal with it. Davido has said you can have your daughter. Since you want to bring up unrealistic reasons as to why you cannot give him access to his own daughter, whom, because you said, because Ifeanyi's passing, and because as far as you're concerned, the boy died as a result of recklessness, which I think is very, very low, like I said in my previous email. Davido is not the only person that this has happened to. It happened to D'banj, and I know of other people who are not SARS, who are not known, that this has happened to. It can happen. It's I mean, I personally don't like swimming pools in a house where children are not good swimmers, or they're not old enough. And even if you do, you have to have a responsible adult with them at all times. But they did have a responsible adult with the child. Unfortunately, that adult stepped away, or got their eyes off the child, and the child made his way to the pool, and unfortunately the unfortunate incident happened. But for you to bring that up as an excuse as to why David cannot see his daughter Imade, I think is very, very callous. It's very, very unreasonable, and it's very high and mighty of yourself, considering, Sophia, that you are the same mother who, as a result of your bad attitude, your bad behavior, your daughter became really, really ill when she was 7 months old and had to be rushed out of the country by her father and his family because of your recklessness. But you were quick to forget about that when you were bringing up your excuses, is what I will call them, as to why David can't see or can't have access to his daughter, when we all know the real reason why you don't want him to see Imade. It comes across, Sophia, that you are using Imade to punish David simply because he's not with you, he's with Chioma, despite the fact that he made this clear from the very beginning that he does not want to be with you. He wants to be with Chioma. Chioma is the person his heart desires. He has married her and you're still angry. You need to let go and let God so that other men would have the opportunity to see you, Sophia. Sophia, you're a beautiful woman. You are a beautiful woman. There's no doubt about it. But David doesn't want you. He wants Chioma. Please rest, Sophia. You're doing too much. I think it was very, very, very disrespectful of you to leak the conversation between yourself and Dr. Adeleke, who is your baby's grandfather, on social media. That was the height of it, because you know this family are very, very private. And yet you went ahead and leaked your conversation with him on social media, thinking it would make you look good, when actually what it has done is to further reiterate what kind of a person you are. You come across as very manipulative. You definitely come across as somebody who is very, what's that word now? It will come back to me. Entitled. That's the word I'm looking for. You come across as very entitled. You had a child for Davido. His father offered you a mansion in Ikoyi. You refused. You said you live in Banana Island. Your daughter is used to living in Banana Island. She's used to that life, and therefore you cannot move to Ikoyi. They renovated a whole duplex for you and your daughter. You didn't even go to check it out. You said it's Banana Island or nowhere. And you expect them to continue to contribute 23 million towards the rent? Are you okay? With all due respect. Is that reasonable? If Davido was your younger brother, would you allow him to be spending his money recklessly on one baby mama? And from my understanding, Imade is the only daughter of Davido who doesn't have her own property. Why? Because you're not being realistic with your demands. You're saying if they cannot buy you a property in Banana Island, then you're not moving. Okay, now Davido has refused to pay the ridiculous amount that you're requesting. His father has said, as a result of the way you have behaved, because you absolutely disrespected him, he's old enough to be your father. I mean, clearly he is. He's your daughter's grandfather. You completely disrespected him by making your private conversation very public so that everybody can now be contributing, myself included, because we're not related to you guys. If you hadn't put that information out there, we wouldn't have seen it. We'll be none the wiser. But you felt that by putting that information out there, it would make you look better. It would help you get the support of the people. When you should be considering your daughter first. When you should be protecting your daughter. The protection of your daughter should be your utmost priority. But no. You want to be living the soft life, the baby girl life. You want to sow where you didn't reap, Sophie. That's not fair. These people have tried for you. They have tried for you. We all know the Adeleke family to be a very private family and very humble, actually, because despite all their wealth and their riches, they are very, very humble. They don't talk. You don't see them on social media just blabbing. No. But because of you, they felt the need to come and defend themselves because you have painted them black, red, blue, whatever color. And people can see through that. I think you have this very entitled behavior, because I don't know why you think that you deserve a property in Banana Island. Why? Are you his wife? You're not Davido's wife. Apparently you didn't even date. You just had a fling and you got pregnant. So why should he buy you a property in Banana Island? He's doing the best he can for his daughter, Imade. He has stepped forward. He has said, yes, this is my daughter. I will look after her. But I'm not dating you. I'm not marrying you. I'm not proceeding or progressing this relationship with you. But I will look after my daughter. And even at that, you're still denying him access to his daughter. Why, Sophia? It's not nice. It's very bad. So now that they've all, hands off, as they always say in Nigeria, now that, because even the Adeleke women came out and they were like, no, we are no longer getting involved. Look at what you've done to your beautiful daughter. Because my number one concern is that girl. It's not her fault. It's not her fault that her mother is putting forward unrealistic demands on her father and preventing her from seeing her father. And I know that you would have been poisoning that girl's mind against her father, because we all see the videos, the pictures, that they have a close bond. So why then would you prevent that because of your unrealistic demands? I don't understand. And I apologize, people, if you can hear some voices in the background. I have my boys at home, my husband's at home, so it's a full house. Even though I begged them and said I'm recording, keep it down. Here we are. But anywho, I think that you need to really reconsider, Sophia. I think you need to go and apologize to Dr. Adeleke. Apologize. If you have to grovel, beg, whatever, be humble. Say to him, Daddy, I'm sorry. I was hurt. Well, please don't turn your back on my daughter, Imade. And that man, he comes across as somebody who loves his granddaughter. In fact, we know he does. Because if he didn't, he wouldn't have been contributing the amount of money that he's been contributing so far. He wouldn't have. He wouldn't care. You should go and apologize to Dr. Adeleke. And I'm sure that, he would reconsider. But you might not have the benefit that you had before, because I think you've blown your chance. I think you've blown your chance. Because they said, my people say, when you push the goats, you push that goat. Once it hits the wall, and it turns back to face you, you are in trouble. So that is what has happened. The man has tried to be there for you. Davido has tried because he wants to be in his daughter's life, but you said no, you must do this, that, and the other. Why? You're not a wife, Sophia. Let that sink in. You are not married to the Adelekes. You are not. Sophia, you are not married to the Adelekes. Whoever is advising you, those people who are posing as your friends, they're not your friends. They're your enemies because they're leading you astray. They're going to make you lose everything. And guess what? On top of all of that, Imade will still connect with her father when she's able to. At the earliest opportunity, she will reconnect with her father because she's old enough to know. And I'm sure, even when you say, I'm not saying you do, but it may come across as though you may have been, allegedly, poisoning her mind towards her father. But that girl is old enough to remember how her father loves her. The good times they share. She can't forget that. And she's old enough to have access to the internet, because even if you don't give her access, they always have a way. Those children have a way. And her friends in school will be talking about it. So she's going to hear everything. Sophia, rest now. You're doing too much. Please, for the sake of your daughter, please rest. Rest, Sophia, rest. You're doing too much. I know you think you're trending. You are breaking the internet. Everyone is talking about you. But not in a good way, not in a good way, not in a good way. If I were you, I would reconsider for the sake of Imade. The Adeleke family have tried. They offered you property, a property. It's not like they said, come and live with us. They offered you a property. They renovated it to your taste. My understanding is that it was Governor Adeleke himself, Governor, my dancing governor. I actually love this man. That man will live long. The way he's always dancing, he's always happy. And some people will criticize. Haters will criticize and say, oh, he's always dancing. Why won't he dance? Because he's a governor. He shouldn't be happy. People, please, go and rest, I beg. Take several seats. Anyway, back to Sophie. Sophia, I beg your pardon. Reconsider for the sake of Imade. Reconsider for the sake of Imade. Because now they've all said, okay, we're no longer interested. We don't want to be involved in her life anymore. When the girl is old enough, how are you going to maintain this soft life? How? And if you take them to court, which I think you want to do, don't think you're going to win. In fact, the court can slash the amount that David is giving you. Yes, they can. We've seen it happen before. They'll say, why? He's giving you too much. David, be giving her like a quarter of the amount, or even less than that, maybe 1/8 or something. The courts might decide to slash that money. You might not even get up to what you're getting. They might slash it by half. They might slash it into a quarter of what you're currently getting. They might slash it to 1/8 of what you're getting. It could be anything. So you need to calm down. Calm down. You're old enough and wise enough. Why are you doing this? There are people coming after you that are watching you, whether you like it or not. You are a celebrated person to an extent, so people are watching you. The younger generation are watching you, and you're not leading by example. You're not being a good example, Sophia. Do the right thing for your daughter. Do the right thing by Imade. Do not restrict her access to her father or her cousins or her uncles, aunties, her granddad. They love that girl so much. Do not deprive her of the love from the Adeleke family. All right, Sophia? They have tried. What else do you want? They're constantly giving you. The father is Davido's father is constantly, giving you money when Davido says no. He said, "Come to me." They have reached out. They said, "Oh, we want to go on holiday with Imade. We want Imade to be part of the family holiday." You said no. You already have your own holiday booked, which is fine. You can have a holiday book. You can say, "Oh, Daddy, I'm so sorry," but it's the way you did it. It was very rude. It's very disrespectful. And they have to give you two months notice. Come on. Who do you think you are? With all due respect. And I say that, I'm sure I'm a lot older than you anyway, so it doesn't even matter, but I'm still respecting you. How much more you respecting Davido's dad? They must give you two months notice in future. Come on. You're not hurting the person you're hurting is your daughter. You think you're hurting David? No. He has other kids. Yes, he loves his daughter. He wants her to be a part of his life. But she is the one you're hurting and not David. Yeah, you're hurting Imade. You're depriving her of the love and care of her father as well as her father's family, who happen to love her so much. Sharon, who never talks. Sharon doesn't talk. This is Sharon, Davido's big sister. Daddy Adeleke, which is Dr. Adeleke, Davido's father. They don't come out and talk. Even my dancing selector, he minds his business. Yes, we see him dancing with Davido. I mean, you can tell they have a really good relationship. I mean, I just love the vibe between those two, They don't come out and talk. But you are pushing and pushing and pushing. You keep releasing. So even if Davido was the first one, let's even say, okay, Davido refused the release the first. He's the first person to have brought the information onto social media. You, knowing better, being older and wiser, should know better. Number one, you're a woman. If you were the same age as Davido, women are more mature. No disrespect to my brothers out there, but it's been proven. Women mature quicker than men. So if you were the same age, you'll still be more mature than him, let alone 6 years older. Come on, Sophie, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. And it's not right. It's not right. People will say, what's your own? Why don't you mind your business? Davido is a celebrated person and we love him. And so when we see things like this happening, we get involved. We give our opinion. And everybody has a right to give their opinion. And you being connected to David and riding on this wave of his celebrity means that we can give our opinion on your actions as well. Respectfully, of course. You put your information out there for all to discuss. So we are within our rights to give our opinions. So I would like to think that the majority of the people will be giving you positive advice. But clearly you are picking the advice of those who are not giving you good advice. People who are advising you wrongly. People who are pretending to be your friends and telling you, show them Pepe. Why can't he's paying this money or he's giving Chioma all this money. Only recently we found out that actually Chioma herself is quite comfortable. She's from a very well-to-do family herself. You don't see Chioma going about blabbing. She's so calm. Why wouldn't David fall in love with her? Every man wants peace of mind. Sophia, learn from Chioma. I know right now she's not your favorite person. But if I were you, I would learn from her. What does she have that I don't have? Look at the virtue. Look at, her feminine. Chioma, she doesn't come out to say anything. Even up till now. That girl has not said a word. But you're always on social media releasing receipts left, right and center. Come on now. As big as you are, you should know better. Like I said, you're older and wiser. You know better. You know what you're doing and it's not right. It is not right. Please, please, please reconsider for Imade's sake. And now, because you have burnt those bridges, is that the correct thing? Anyway, you know what I mean. Yeah, I think that's right. If not, I beg correct me. Somebody correct me in the comments box. The relationship between you and the Adeleke is now, you've completely cut it off. Those people who were reaching out to you when David was not, his dad, his sister, the cousins, now everyone's backing off because they're a close-knit family. Now, why would he want to marry you? With this your attitude, you would have split up that family. You would have split them up. I could not believe when I saw the letter you sent, or the response rather, you sent to Dr. Adeleke. That's so rude, so disrespectful. A whole Davido's father, who happens to be the grandfather of your daughter, who is old enough to be your father. You respond to him like that? No, that's too much. Unacceptable, Sophie. If I were you, I would do the right thing. I would apologize. Yes, you might not get what you were getting before because you messed up that relationship, but you can still make amends. It's not too late. Listen to the words of wisdom. Do not listen to all these people giving you bad advice. They don't like you. Seriously. Neither do they like your daughter, because if they do, they want you to do right by her. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. Guys, what do you think? Do you think that Sophia is doing the right thing? Because I know there's still people who will say, hey, leave her alone. It's Davido's money. Can you imagine people coming to my page and telling me, hey boys, Davido is rich enough. He can afford it. So what? Is he working just to spend his money on Sophia? That's not even his wife. She's just a baby mama. And he's looking after his child. And that will suffice. Sophia, he owes you nada. Nothing. He doesn't owe you anything. He only owes Imade, his daughter, and he's doing that. But now you've withdrawn access and you expect him to continue. Why should he? He's not stupid. I'm sure his father didn't raise a fool. If they were spending their money the way you are demanding money, even Dr. Adeleke would have gone bankrupt. Just spending money anyhow. Money that you didn't work for. I'd like to know what you do, Sophia. I don't know what you do. I'm sure you have your own little hustle. But is it generating that kind of money that you're demanding a 23 million monthly allowance for rent? Hey God, I've never heard it before in my life. It doesn't make sense. Even if you can afford it, it is a downward investment. Sophia, reconsider for the sake of your daughter. Don't let this girl lose out. When they withdraw all these things now, how would you pay for her school fees that Dr. Adeleke has been paying for? How would you continue to live in this Banana Island property that you have been renting? How? Without the Adeleke money? How? Tell me. Anyway, you can't tell me, but if you see this video, feel free to comment, because I don't know how you're going to do it. Sophia, rest. You're doing too much. Please, rest, please. For the sake of Imade, please don't let that girl lose out. Please, for her sake. I'm a mother too. Please, don't let that girl miss out on her father's love. It's very important. Please do the right thing. Do right by her. Guys, do you agree that because Davido has so much money and he can afford it, that, you know, it's just a dent in the ocean, that he should continue to pay for that Banana Island property for Imade's sake? Do you agree with Sophia's request? Am I being unreasonable? Is Davido being unreasonable by telling her, or is Dr. Adeleke being unreasonable by telling her to move into giving her property in Ikoyi? Are they being unreasonable by not finding a property for her in Banana Island, since the girl is used to staying in Banana Island? Bearing in mind she's only 9, she's still growing. There's a lot of changes that's going to happen to her in her life. It's early days. Well, hey, let's hear leave your comments below. Let's get your thoughts on this. Do you agree that Sophia is doing too much? Please let us know. I don't want to, I'm going to try. In fact, this is the last video I'm doing on this. I already said the last one was my last video, but then when I saw more receipts coming out, and I saw you know, heard what Sharon said and what Davido said and what his dad came out to say, and the fact that they've all said, okay, that's it, we're done, we're no longer involved, I had to come back and do this video. Maybe if a few of us do this kind of video, and maybe if Sophia sees it, maybe it might touch her heart. I know she loves her daughter, and I know she's trying to do right by her daughter, but I feel like people are giving her bad advice, and she's listening to that bad advice as opposed to the good advice. Don't worry, God will provide your own man for you. Davido has married Chioma. He loves Chioma. He doesn't love you. There's a man out there for you, and your own man will find you if you would just open up your heart and stop focusing on Davido. There are men out there who find you attractive. Okay, allow them find you. Okay, Sophia? Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Friends, let me know your thoughts in the comments box below. If you agree with me, if not, I mean, let's have a conversation. That's what this is about. Like I always say, I am not the one who is always right. I am not the be-all end-all, the one that knows everything. Absolutely not. Far from it. We're here to discuss and have a banter. But I really do not want to make another video on this topic again. I just pray for Imade, and I pray for her mom. I also pray for Davido and his family. Okay, that the Lord will intervene in this matter, because man, it's serious. Okay, anyway, friends, let me know your comments. Like I said, until next time, stay fabulous, stay wonderful. Remember, Jesus loves you, and I, your girl, your ace, your friend, your sister, your auntie, your big sister, your younger sister, I love you too. Until next time, stay blessed. Love you, loves divas. Mwah. Bye bye.